by Bill Clinton, My Book of Morals. There's an introduction by Reverend Jesse Jackson and a foreword by Tiger Woods and John Edwards. The second one is a guide to the Pacific from Amelia Earhart. And all the men we've loved before, Ellen DeGeneres and Rosie O'Donnell. Okay, at this point in time, without further ado, I really have to bring up, looking forward to Chris and Lynn Pike.
There's people out there.
There's people?
Yeah.
No,
Whisper.
Oh, all right then. Hello.
Everybody, and welcome to Lynn and Chris's Observations of Life.
Me? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll start off with home invasion. Young couple, gone to bed. Guy breaks in and gets in there. He ties the man to his chair. Then he gets into the bed, leans over the woman, spends a few minutes, and suddenly goes off into the bathroom. The husband says, "Darling, don't worry. That guy's been in prison for 15 years or more. He's never seen a woman. Whatever he wants, whatever he does, do it. Just remember, I love you." She looked at him and she said, "No, actually, darling, he was not kissing my neck. He was saying he thinks you're cute. Did we have any Vaseline? I told him it was in the bathroom. So, I love you too, darling."
English guy sitting in a bar in a pub. American guy comes in. In front of the English guy is a big lighter, about yay big. You know, a normal big lighter. And the American guy, gee, he said, gee, because he was American. He said, gee, how did you get that? He said, I got it quite simply by rubbing this bottle, there's a genie inside it, up it popped and said, I can grant you one wish. And he said, and it worked. Oh, gee, said, do you think I can have a go? And we said, yes, of course you can. So he stood there, looked at the bottle, rubbed it, and went, I wish for $1 million. That's fair enough. And there was a voice, your wish is granted, came from the bottle. So the American guy's absolutely gobsmacked. He said, I've got to buy you a drink. Gobsmacked, that means happy. Gobsmacked. That's a bit of translation here. He goes to the bar and comes back with some drinks. What? They're just sitting down again. The door's open. And in comes thousands of ducks. The American guy goes, yeah, I know what's happened here. I asked for $1 million, not $1 million ducks. And he glares at the Englishman. To which the Englishman replies, and you think I asked for a 12-inch big?
These bank robbers were, okay, it was their first job. They break into the bank easy enough, get into the vault and see a large wall of safety deposit boxes. So they think, okay, let's open those up. They open the first one, no money.
Sorry, I'm laughing, I've heard the punchline. You carry on.
There was no money in there, but there was a small pot of pudding. So they thought, okay, they've left us something to eat, so they had that. And they carried on, they opened another one, same thing, and another, and another, and another. The whole wall was no money. So they went, okay. So we didn't make any money, but at least we were fed. So they went home. Very sad. Next morning, headlines read, sperm bank broken into.
Next time you have a yogurt, think it out. Yeah, that's yogurt in English, love.
Is it?
They call them yogurts. That's all right. Yeah. Okay, what's my one, love? What's the next line? Oh, I know! One of you ladies are going to laugh. No, seriously, if it can be done. This is all about a young couple. They're going to the hospital because she's just about to give birth to a baby. The senior doctor meets them and says, we have just invented a new machine that transfers some of the pain from the wife to the husband.
Isn't it the father?
Oh, the father, definitely, yes, yeah, the father, not the husband.
No.
The joke goes on, but she's right to correct me, she's right to correct me. You're right, darling. So, everything's all fine. He said, yeah, what's on that for it? I'm cutting a long story short here. They put it up to 20%, see if you can stand the pain. We know, not we women, we know. Yeah, we know. And he's going, she's having contractions, but... And he said, can't feel a thing. Turn it up to 50%, I'll take 50% of my wife's pain. They turn it up, he can't feel a thing. And she's ecstatic. She said, this is getting easier and easier. He said, let's go for the whole lot. Let's go 100% of my wife's childbearing pain. Give it to me. Up they turn the dial, 100% of pain. The wife is absolutely over the moon. The birth continues. They end up with a 6.5-pound baby boy, healthy, bouncing, and the wife is dead danger. Oh, the husband's pleased as well. And they're so happy, they jump in the car because there's no complications, and they go home. As they pull up into their drive, they look and they see the mailman dead.
So now we'll just have a quick couple of short ones.
Oh, yeah.
Little boy writes a letter to Santa. Santa, please send me a sister. Santa writes one back. Sure, please send me a mother.
Here's one slightly naughtier. Older couple, getting ready for bed. Wife feeling a bit frisky. She comes out of the bathroom, opens a robe, and says, "Super pussy!" The guy looks at her and says, "I think I'll have the soup."
What sort of soup? What sort of soup?
Get out of here!
Alright, now we're in Africa. We've gone over. And the chief of the village decided he wanted someone to help him. So he sent for a missionary. So everything's going well, the missionary's teaching everybody, and the chief's learning, and one day the chief's wife has a baby. That's great, except it's white. So the chief calls the missionary and says, "Missionary, now look here. My wife's had a white baby." And the missionary says, "Chief, I don't know what you're worried about. Look over there in the field, there is a field of sheep. They're all white except one that's black." The chief thought about this and went, Then he said, "Okay, I will mention the white baby if you don't mention the black sheep." Yes, just don't shout.
Okay, don't shout. Okay.
That's hard.
Okay, elderly couple going through life. They met up. Like a lot of people, unfortunately, lost their husband, wives on the way, and they are deciding that it's about time they set up camp together. So what they decided, they would go out on a lovely dinner and discuss all the things that one needs to discuss when setting up life. So they talked about finances. They talked about whose house they're going to live in. Are they going to sell each other's house and have a new house? All these nitty-gritty things over a lovely dinner. Everything was fine, no problems. By the dessert course, the wife to be turned around and said, "Well, I think we've covered everything." And the guy, being the guy, he turned around and said, "No, there's one subject we haven't covered. How do you feel about sex?" And she looked at him. She said, "I'll be honest with you, I would like it infrequently." The guy turned around, looked at her in horror and said, "Was that one word or two?"
Eddie is dying. His wife, Jo, is sitting beside him. She said, Eddie, do you need anything before you die?" He said, "No." She said, "Eddie, you must want something. Eddie, you must need something." No, he said. She said, Eddie, I have to get you something. He said, well, maybe a little bit of that ham you've got over there? She went, no, Eddie, that's for your funeral.
You rotter! Anyway, it's time now for a couple of quick, Hallmark Maximism?
A Maximism.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Yes. Oh dear, he can't say Maxine. Anyway, Maxine says, okay, so if I consider that I like a nice meal and then I like to just curl up and go to sleep, I suppose you could call me a cougar. That one's not very funny. And then the other one, yes, I'd give up my gold for cash, but I need my teeth.
Yeah, that's true.
And finally, we have Chris with a very sad little poem for you.
Okay, bear with me. We're not getting any younger. My days of youth are over. My touch with it is out. What used to be my sex appeal is now my water spout. There was a time when, of its own accord, it would from my trousers spring, but now I have a full-time job to fund the bloody thing. It used to be embarrassing, the way it would behave. Early in the morning, it stood and watched me shave. But as old age approaches, it sure gives me the blues to see it hang its weary head and watch me clean my shoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris and Lynn Hyde. Hey, don't knock it. Don't knock it. It helps with some of this stuff, okay? Thanks, by the way. Appreciate it. Share that piece after that.